Live and direct from Los Angeles, California, Anita and Ruth Pointer. Wow, this is amazing. This is what you call double lovity on the Jim Masters Show live.
Double lovity.
Yes. How are you both? And welcome to the show. It's an honor and pleasure to have you here, Anita and Ruth.
Thank you for having us.
It's an honor to be here.
It's a pleasure. Is it as hot there on the West Coast as it is here in the East? It's about 92 here.
No, we want that weather. We want 92 here. We're waiting for 92.
Yeah, exactly. And Kathleen says a bonus guest lovity. Yes, Ruth is a surprise guest. She worked her schedule out to join us, which I love. And look at all these comments coming in here. They love you guys. And Sherry and Crystal in Connecticut. Hi, everyone. And they're all excited to see you here. And Mary in Florida. And Michelle is watching. She loves having you here. And McGregor is here. Oh, my God, I'm excited. Virtual hug. So a virtual hug. Jen Barry in Pennsylvania. And also Crystal, who's watching in Connecticut. And Kathleen in New York City. And again, Michelle says, what a treat to see you both, Anita and Ruth. How are you guys? How have you been during all the craziness of the year and the pandemic and everything? It's been a lot of teachable moments, huh?
Yeah, I've been a hermit.
Yeah.
I just stayed at home. And I am a TV fanatic, so I've watched a lot of TV.
Yeah.
And I went out a couple of times to lunch this year. But I'm pretty much at home most of the time until things get better. I'm not going to be going around to no big parties or nothing.
How about you, Ruth? Same thing?
Can't she hear you?
At home, in the house, Netflix.
At home in the house and
there you are.
I don't
watching.
know, something's happening with the sound.
Yeah.
So you were home and
Netflix and television.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix, Hulu. Great movies on. Oh my God. Really good movie.
Yeah.
I know. It's a real pleasure to have you both here, and I'm glad that all is well and the family's doing well, and everybody's in good spirits, and it's an honor to have you here. Let's talk, if we can, a little bit about maybe those early days. How were the Pointer Sisters put together? How did the group actually form in the beginning?
Well, we started as little girls in Daddy's church.
In the beginning, we were formed at home. Yeah.
At home, going to sing in Daddy's church. That's where it really, really started. You know, and that wasn't the professional side, but we were the little Pointer Sisters, even though we weren't little.
Yeah. Exactly. And so the obvious talent was there, and it got spotted early, huh?
Yeah, I think so. We spotted it early.
Yeah.
And like you were saying the other day, listening to other groups and we listening to them and saying, I can do that. We can do that. We could be that good. You know, Martha Rita Vandellas and Supremes and all those groups. We felt like they were our teachers.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, which is fantastic. I mean, who were some of the folks that you were watching and admiring along the way when you were kids?
Those same people,
Well,
Gladys
what
Knight and the
Nick
Pips.
said, those were the people.
Those were the
You know,
ones.
Motown.
Yeah.
Diana Ross and the Supremes. Yeah, the Motown sound, the Philadelphia sound, the San Francisco
Aretha
sound,
Franklin.
the Slide and the Family Stone.
Yeah. Ronnie
Yeah,
says you
Gladys
can
Knight.
hear the influence of the church in all of your recordings. It never leaves you.
I believe that. It shouldn't.
Right.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
there for most of, a big part of our lives.
Jay is watching in Australia and says, "Hi, Anita and Ruth. I'm 25 years old from Australia, and the Pointer Sisters are one of my favorite groups of all time." And that's
Yay!
what's cool about that is truly, you guys you've transcended the decades. I mean, all of the different generations love this music, and you guys were able to, and still have the opportunity to respond to the changes in music and society. And I think that's fantastic. I mean, it's really amazing. Not a lot of groups, not a lot of folks are able to do that, but you've mastered that.
Well, we had to keep up
From
with
the
what
very
was going on in
beginning,
the world.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. Yes. What would you consider?
from the very beginning, we always wanted to appeal to all audiences.
Right.
Yes.
No matter who, what, where.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Right.
the selections of material have been obviously spot on and so well received. Carla's watching in Brazil, and she says, "What a surprise! Welcome, Rita,
Yeah.
Ruth. That is greetings from Brazil." And that's fantastic. We love that. And again, all this levity. You guys are definitely levities already.
Lovey, I love
Yeah,
being a lovey.
I know you guys.
Hey, Brazil!
Yeah,
Really?
Brazil
Hello,
and New York
Brazil.
City and everything. I know, with all the awards and the accolades and all the love and everything that you guys have done in your illustrious and spectacular careers, how does it feel to be a levity on the Jim Masters Show Live?
Great.
Wonderful.
I'm
I
loving.
love being a lover.
I'm loving the levity. We're loving the
I'm
levity.
loving being in Levity Land.
I love that. You heard it first from the Pointer Sisters. That is historic. So as you were singing in church and obviously love and support of family, when was the first opportunity, like one of those big breaks for you? What would you guys consider that big break, which was a pivotal moment that really started to launch the Pointer Sisters in terms of recognition, in terms of opportunities as well, early on?
Early on? Well,
Yeah.
early on, like in the 70s, when we all were together, all four of us were together then. And just getting a record deal and having a hit song, Yes We Can. And that's what launched it. When we finally had something going on. We played places in San Francisco that we were selling out. Oh, there you are. Yeah, we played the boarding house. We broke Bette Midler's record at the boarding house.
Did you really?
Attendance at the boarding house. Yes, we did. And it was fabulous. People were just lined around the blocks for blocks. It was really amazing. Really, really amazing.
What was that experience like for you guys? You must have been like, this is incredible.
It was. I was like a dream.
Yeah.
And I remember at the boarding house, we were kind of upset because they seemed to be more concerned about our wardrobe than our singing.
Here you are on the Flip Wilson show. Remember that?
Yeah,
good old Flip. Yeah.
That was so fun.
Yeah. Did he do Geraldine that night?
He did a few nights. We did a show a few times, and we did meet Geraldine.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a special night, huh?
Yeah, when we got our first Grammy Award for Fairy Tale.
Oh, boy. Now, what was that like? That must have been, getting the recognition.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah,
mind
huh?
blowing because we were the first
Yeah,
Black group to ever get
five.
a country Grammy for first Black group to ever get a country Grammy. That's what we were, and it was surprising because we
Yeah.
didn't expect to get it. No one told us
Right.
we were going to get a Grammy, and we were shocked to get it. I was
Right.
Yes.
We were on the
totally
road.
shocked. Yeah, we were on the road when they told us we got it. We won a
Yeah,
Grammy.
me too. We were on the road.
What
That's
was
how
it?
That's how bad things were back then. They didn't even want us at the Grammys.
Really? They
Even
didn't.
though they gave us, I don't know, why wouldn't they tell us about get us
Yeah.
there and have us there, the first Black group to ever get a Grammy award, and you don't even have us at the Grammys? That don't make any sense.
Did they ever say why?
No.
That's something, huh?
Of course not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really
Yeah.
was. There's been
Yeah.
so many things like
Yeah.
that though in this life. Oh, that scarf. I remember that scarf. Wow.
Bringing back some memories there, huh?
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, I
And
remember those leather pants too. I love those pants.
Weren't they great? Were they leather?
how about this shot?
I
Wow.
Yeah.
love that shot. That's
Yeah.
the real Pointer Sisters right
They
there.
just tied
That's-
around
That's
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
the real
Absolutely.
Pointer Sisters right there. And I
Yeah.
think Debbie Shine, I think,
Classic.
made those.
That's a great shot too,
Yes, it is.
guys. Yeah.
Styling.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Like you say, the outfits very much a part of the whole situation as much as the music itself too,
That's
right?
so true. Yes, they were. I mean, we did photo spreads with Vogue and
Yeah.
Women's Wear Daily, and our clothes were outstanding. The things we were wearing, and they fit us so perfectly. I mean, our look was right for that kind of style of dress,
Oh, yes.
coming from the 40s.
Tell us about this night. That was the Hollywood Museum, right?
Yes, we have an exhibit at the Hollywood Museum.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. It's
The
cool.
whole second floor. I met Donnell Danigan at a Roger Neal party at the Hollywood Museum, and she invited us to come up and see what they had to offer us. She came to my house to see what I had, and we got it together. And the exhibit's been there since 2019. Of course, 2020 everything closed down.
Mm,
But it's a fabulous exhibit. And if you get a chance to get to Hollywood, that's one stop you got to make.
yes.
Hollywood Museum.
Isn't that great that they did that? Yes.
It
Remember this
really is
album, Anita?
Oh, huh? Nashville.
Yes. Remember this album? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember that. That's a good question.
Yeah.
What did you say about Nashville, Roxy? Oh, yeah, Nashville. That's right. I forgot. Roxy said I forgot to mention at the National Museum of African American Music in Nashville, I also have an exhibit there. I sent some clothes, an outfit there that I wore with Earl Thomas Conley, and they put it up in the exhibit in the Nashville Museum. So if you get to Nashville, go there too.
Yes. Everybody go to Nashville. Absolutely. So what was it like in the early years? All the travel and all the TV appearances and everything. It was something, huh?
It was something, let me tell you. We were running so much. That crickling sound is really annoying.
Yeah, I know. You hear that.
Where's that crickling
Yeah,
sound
a lot
coming
of our
from?
first stores
I
too,
don't know. I
think
think, let me check something here. I think it's coming from Ruth. Ruth
Yeah.
needs to probably wear headphones. So you notice you don't hear it now.
Yeah,
So Ruth,
exactly.
I think you might need headphones or
You
something
need
because
headphones? Do you
that's
have
where
any
the click is.
headphones, Ruthie?
That's where
Do
the
you have
click's
any
coming
headphones? Are
from.
you just listening from the screen?
No.
You don't have any headphones, Ruth?
Or earbuds or
You have
something. I think
in-ears? You have any in-ears? Your
I have
in-ears
some
from the
earbuds,
stage?
yeah.
Earbuds, that's what you
but I
need.
don't know if they're.
Maybe
Yeah.
try those and then we'll bring her. Yeah, we'll bring her back on when she's
Okay.
fiddling around with it. Well, a nice surprise to have her on. So so you're doing well.
I'm gonna bring
Everything
her
is
back.
okay. And that Hollywood
Yes.
Museum, that was quite a surprise, huh?
Oh, I'm telling you, I was so honored that Donnell Danigan, who I met, She owns the museum, which is the old Max Factor building. And there's so much there that people would be just thrilled to see on every floor, but
Yes.
especially the second floor, because that's where the Pointer Sisters exhibit
That's where the
is.
point is.
Yes. And I mean, I collected clothes from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000. I had all the clothes up until 2015. And it was just a mission of love. You know, when I started collecting back in the 70s, I really didn't know exactly what I was going to do, but I did want an exhibit of the clothes someday, somewhere. So I'm just grateful, so grateful that I got a chance to display everything and make a great contribution
Oh
to the
God, you
exhibit world.
guys, to the music world, to people's lives. The music that you
Yeah,
guys put out, like I said, transcends the decades, transcends, generations, which is such a beautiful thing.
it's so
So,
wonderful.
so what would you say, Anita, again, was like one of those first big opportunities that happened for the group as a whole, where or, record promoter, what have you, spotted you guys and said, they are really good. We got to bring him in and let's make them rock and roll here.
Well, one thing that happened with me and Bonnie and June when we were in LA singing background for Elvin Bishop. And Jerry Wexler
Yeah.
happened to be in the audience. He was Aretha Franklin's producer. And he spotted us. He called our manager and said, I want to sign those girls tonight. And he did. And he got it the next, like 2 days later, we were off to New Orleans to record. And that was our first record deal with Atlantic Records. And it didn't
Wow.
go very well. It didn't go well at all. So we got back home. David Rubinson got us home, and he was our first manager and our first producer. And he got us some great notoriety from different genres of music. You know, we didn't stick with just one kind of music, and that's the kind of thing we wanted to do. We didn't want to just be R&B, just jazz, so in our just country, and we had all that stuff on our albums.
Right.
And I love that.
Isn't it amazing
Yeah.
too? Yeah. And then of course in the 80s with Jump and all these other,
I know.
I mean that you still, I mean, when you hear that music, you just feel good, right? You just feel.
For sure. It was a whole new life when Ruthie came into the group. A whole new life. Everybody loved her voice. And people were saying, is that Stevie Wonder with the Pointers? No, it's Ruth. But
Yeah.
but she, we had a whole different deal with Blue Thumb Records. Our manager, though, he shopped our record deal all to everybody, Motown, everybody, and they all turned us down.
It
They
did.
all turned us down. RCA, Motown, CBS, all of them turned us down. And then he realized we have some jazz in our album, so maybe a jazz label will pick us up. So he went and proceeded to Blue Thumb, which was a jazz label, and he was already managing Herbie Hancock.
Yeah.
But we got connected with Blue Thumb, and they did it for us. They really did. We had a great run and singing jazz, our Peanuts and Cloudburst, and it was amazing. David told us, you got to learn these songs, and it was not easy, but we learned them, and I'm so proud we did. I'd like to hear some girls sing Cloudburst right now.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. Crystal, because you guys have done so much. Crystal in Connecticut, she says, I saw the episode when you were on the Love Boat. That must have been a lot of fun.
Yes. That was so much fun. Ted Lange, who's a friend of mine, I went to high school. We graduated from the same high school, and we were always doing plays together in school. And he wrote the script for the Pointer Sisters because he was the bartender on the boat. Yeah. He was Isaac on the boat. Right. And he wrote the script for us, and we got on the show, and it was really a thrill to be on there with my good old high school buddy, and it was a fabulous script that he wrote for us. And of course we were the maids on the boat, but that's okay, Ted. I love you still.
Now they're all talking about the various the book. There's a book out too, right? We were talking about
Yeah.
that. That's exciting.
Yes,
Tell
it
us
is.
about the book, the inspiration for the book. I think we have it here. It's a fairy tale.
Yeah,
The
fairy
Pointer
tale,
Sisters family story.
family story. Yes, Ruth has a book too, but this is fairy tale, and I just felt it was a. I had to share my life and experiences in the entertainment business with the world, with people that really want to know what did it take for you guys to do what you did? Because it took a lot. It's not easy. You got to really be dedicated, really love what you do, really love yourself. You know, it's really not an easy road, but once you get on it, it's moving and it's fun. Yeah.
Exactly. What was sort of the inspiration for, putting pen to paper and wanting to share the stories and the tales and some of the experiences together?
Well, I guess one of the inspirations is we want to have a documentary, a bio, a musical, a feature film. So I figured it'd be easier if we had a book.
That's it. Straight.
We want
Straight.
a movie. Come on now.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Are there any talks, anything, about that? Some
little
good,
bit.
good, very good.
Yeah.
Because you
Little bit.
definitely deserve one. I mean, you're
Thank
American
you. Thank you so
musical
much.
treasures, as I said in the beginning. You just, there's no way they can look at the record industry or the music industry and not have the Pointer Sisters right there. You guys,
Right.
absolutely. Yeah. And I think Ruth, I think Ruth is back with us too.
Is she back?
Yeah. I think she
Where are
is.
you, Ruth?
But
There you. Oh no, that's me. Oh, there you are.
to be, but I got these buds in my ears, but I don't know what I'm doing. So
It sounds
it's
a little
weird
bit.
because it's still,
They have to
still got the
link to your
crackling
phone.
sound.
Roxy.
Yeah. Where's Roxy, our associate producer?
Roxy.
Oh, she
Let's
disappeared.
see.
Don't you love this, Anita?
Sweetheart,
Yeah.
I'm calling you.
Big studios and
Can
everything
you
you've
help
been in.
with her in-ears? Maybe she could tell her something to do. Does she have to put it onto her phone?
You want me to call her?
No, to
Yeah,
talk to
because
her on here.
she's
Where are you,
there, but
Ruthie?
her picture went
Huh?
black.
Ruthie,
I don't see her.
I'm
her picture
here.
went black. But your phone
I'm
keeps
still here.
flickering. Yeah, I see
She's
you
our
now.
she's our mystery guest.
What can she do to stop her phone from clicking, her earbuds from clicking? She got her earbuds, but they
Wait, okay. So, yeah, it's routine.
Hi.
Okay. So,
With
are
love
you
from
on
Roxy.
Are you on your
What?
phone or your iPad?
Say it
Are
again.
you on your phone or your iPad?
My phone.
Okay. Do you have like earbuds in, or do you have regular headphones in?
I have Beats earbuds in my ears.
Okay. When you have it in, you don't hear any sound from the phone, right? You just
What?
hear it in your head. You just hear everything in your head, right?
in your ears.
It's connecting.
No, I hear it on my phone.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So, swipe, like down to up, and then go to your settings and your phone.
Swipe down.
Swipe
Up.
from down to up, like that.
Up.
All right, now go to your settings. You know your settings, like
I'm swiping up and nothing's happening.
Swipe up, you should go to your
button,
key.
your settings.
Oh, go to
To your
settings
home plate.
and
Go
swipe
to settings.
up
No. Just go to settings.
till I get to what?
All right, go to
Okay,
settings. Go to Bluetooth.
Phone. Okay, phone.
All right, go to Bluetooth
Okay.
from your
Oh,
settings.
Lord. Wait a minute. Jesus Right.
All this new technology, Lord have mercy.
This is
Is this
ridiculous.
being recorded?
We're
Okay, I'm
dinosaurs.
on
You got
Bluetooth.
dinosaurs around
I'm on
here.
All right,
Bluetooth.
so you see Bluetooth. Okay. Does it say
Yeah.
like connected to any kind of AirPod?
Power beats. Okay. It's connected to
Okay,
my power
you-
beats. It's connecting now. But they
It's
say my
connecting
power
now.
beats
Okay,
are
good.
connected.
Well, you sound good
You
now.
sound way better.
Is that good?
Yeah.
She's
We're
just
not
our
hearing the
mystery guest.
tinkling
You
anymore.
sound way better. Okay,
Oh,
so now
there it
let's
starts again.
wait. How do your power beats have like a tassel or are they separate? Are they like separate thingies? Like separate
Uh-oh.
AirPods, like
I heard
separate
something.
You mean are the two earpods connected to each other?
It's in my ears
That's what you're
now.
asking her? It's in your ears.
Okay.
It's in the ears
okay.
now.
And I don't
Now
hear
Oh.
the crackling.
You sound way better now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't hear the crackling no
Hey.
more. The crackling is gone.
With
Yay.
a round of applause for Roxy.
Thank you,
Roxy.
Thank you,
Roxy. Wow. Roxy. McGregor says
We're good.
this is awesome seeing the family at work. It takes
Yeah,
a village.
exactly. It takes a village. It really does.
That's
Yes.
it. So
Okay.
yeah. So I hope everybody wrote that down in case they ever need to. Yeah.
That crackling was driving me crazy.
Snap, crackle, pop.
know.
I know. It sounded like somebody was eating Rice Krispies or something.
I know.
Right?
Are we recording
Horrible.
this?
Yes.
I don't
That
know.
is-
I really hope so.
Are we recording this or is
Yes.
it live?
This is live. It's live and being recorded.
Recorded.
It's
Oh.
live worldwide.
Awesome.
Live
So
worldwide.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry
And-
I caused so much trouble.
No, it's terrific.
No.
It shows that you
Everybody
guys,
goes through that.
it
know how to
shows
work
that
all
you
this stuff.
guys are resilient and you can survive anything and you'll always make it work, right?
Yes.
You'll always give it
right.
110% and make it work.
Well, we sure tried.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So you were talking, Anita, about the book, and again, congratulations on the book. And tell us a little bit about it for the folks who are talking
Yes.
about it already. Some saying it's fabulous, they love it. Others saying I
Thank
got to
you.
get it. Tell us about it a little bit.
Yeah, we just won an Indie Award for the book.
Well,
And,
congratulations.
Thank you. And it's a story about living in Oakland in a house with 15 people.
Yeah.
We had 9 upstairs and 6 downstairs. And it was a happy, happy home.
Yeah.
We were really happy. We didn't know any better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were really, really happy. We didn't even know we were
We didn't
poor.
know-
We did know we were poor.
We didn't know what unhappiness was.
Right.
Exactly.
You know,
Right.
My mom and dad, they were never hollering or fighting ever in my life did I hear
Yeah.
my daddy raise his voice to my mother.
Yeah. So there was a lot of love in that house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of love. My mom, they loved us.
Lot
They
of
loved
love.
the children, and they made sure we were healthy and gave us vitamins. We had to line up to take our vitamins every day.
Yeah, that's
didn't
right.
want-
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Have your vitamins. Go stand in line.
Well, I was
Yeah.
saying my mother's the youngest of
Ooh,
16.
taking cod
So
liver oil.
yeah. You remember
What'd
the
you
cod
say?
liver oil, huh?
Oh, the cod liver oil, milk of
Cod liver
magnesia.
oil and Scott's emulsion.
Oh, Lord help me. Oh my God, a tablespoon.
Remember
Oh,
Scott's emulsion?
yes.
Uh,
Oh
Yeah.
God. I remember milk of magnesia
Thick,
too.
white, minty, yuck.
Minty yuck. I know.
Oh, Lord.
And we had to take it.
Yeah, they're going
All in the name of
castor
good
oil,
health.
baby. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
16
Our dad
children.
was
Yeah.
our dad was juicing back then. He made his juices because he had poor eyesight.
So,
and
he
he
was
was-
ahead of the game, huh?
He
Mhm.
was. He bought him a juicer. He was doing
Yeah.
carrots and celery and beets and all kind of good juices he would make. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and
Sure was.
they got to
Mhm.
see the success of the group and you guys and celebrate in it, which
Yes.
is, I mean, that doesn't always happen. A lot of times a parent or both are gone just as things take off.
Yeah,
but they were there rooting you on and supporting and loving all the way, right?
They sure were.
Yes, they were.
And when we first started, my mother and her church friends used to come and see us off at the airport. They'd be a cheering squad there at the airport with us every time we leave town. My mother and her friends.
Oh, I know. We had to tell
so
them,
excited.
please stop.
I know. They were embarrassing us.
Oh, she was, yeah. My father, as a kid, would do that too. Like if I was being dropped off at school, he used to take the bus, but if we were late or something and he dropped us off, he would do this even in high school. He would, you'd get out of the car and then he would tap your butt and say, go get him, kiddo. And I turn around like, Dad, this is high school, and you're tapping the butt.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Go get him, kiddo.
Oh my God!
Go
get him.
That could be embarrassing,
kiddo.
That could be embarrassing in high school. Yeah.
Yeah, high school is still, but the love of family. I tell you, you guys.
Yeah.
Ronnie has a question. Yeah, Ronnie actually asks here. Ms. Anita and Ms. Ruth, when was the last time you've been to Prescott, Arkansas, or your family home in Oakland?
Prescott, Arkansas.
Yeah.
I went there in 1996 to Prescott.
Yeah.
It was after we had done the Summer Olympics in 96, and we had just finished Ain't Misbehaving.
Yeah.
And then I went to Prescott. Yeah.
And then he asks,
the house is gone, but the land is there.
Yeah.
The land is beautiful. We got chainaberry trees and pecan trees.
Yeah.
Chainaberry trees. I think we just like to say that word, chainaberry.
I know, chainaberry.
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 We can write a song about a chainaberry tree.
Chainaberry tree.
Filled with levity.
Right, filled with levity.
That's it.
Chainaberry.
Jumping off the canterbury tree. So, and then also they'd asked about, have you been to back to Oakland, back to home there as well?
Oakland. Haven't been to Oakland in quite a while. That was the last time we were there. I'm sure it was for a funeral.
Quite a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. I think the last time I was there was when we were burying June.
Yeah. What was it like, all of you, and just you ladies have such beautiful smiles and some really nice comments. Joseph says, hi, ladies, I enjoy your music and talent so very much. God bless. A lot of levity coming in here on the show from our viewers around the world. The fact that you guys, loving close family, working together all these years, what was that like through those years of working together, touring, recording, meets and greets, autograph signings, all the things that you have to do, while also balancing it with your own family and your own lives and your own peace of mind and trying to balance things out? What was that like early on as you guys were all working together?
I think early on, it
was fun. I'm sorry.
It was rough. I mean, we were so focused.
Yes.
We were so focused on what we were doing.
Yeah.
And praise God for my wonderful mother who, took care of our children, because Anita and I were the only ones that had children. And
I had a daughter.
It allowed us to focus on what we were doing, and it was hard being away from our children, really hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just, but we couldn't afford to take them with us.
Yeah.
So,
it's like,
it is what it is.
Right, exactly. So also, when you're in the studio and you're recording and you're creating the music, how do you decide like who leads with any of the songs? Was it based on the voice that, okay, your voice lends better for that song to lead that?
Pretty much.
Is that how you worked it out?
Well, we kind of fight it out, and then whoever wins the fight gets to sing the song.
Yeah.
I made that up. I made that up. That's not true.
That's funny.
We tried. We really did. We were conscious of balancing things out so that everybody gets a part in the album.
Yes, right, exactly.
You know, we didn't want
Yes.
one person to be the
Conscious
lead
effort.
singer all the time. You know, so
Right.
we have a conscious effort of making things even.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
I know with the book Fairy Tale,
Mhm.
the Pointer Sisters Family History, it really is the first and only book to provide sort of this inside portrait of the Pointer Sisters' formative and professional life, right? You know, June, Bonnie, the both of you sort of coming of age as mold breaking artists, and especially during the civil rights and Black Power movements of the 60s, where you
Yes.
guys, you know, the paths chosen and the challenges
Mhm.
faced individually, but also collectively, which sort of strengthened and honed your 48-year plus musical career, right?
Oh yeah, it did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Absolutely.
like, and in what ways would you say that it has and continues for each of you today?
As far as
Sort of, you know, the understanding, I guess, of the human condition in terms of, you know, like we were talking before we went live on the air, how compassion and love for one another and empathy are so important, and how
mhm.
coming together creatively and collaboratively and working as one is so essential, like you guys did many, many, many years doing everything that you've done so beautifully. But as a society, us doing that, it's sort of like hoping that coming out of everything we've been experiencing with the COVID and all that, those beautiful thoughts continue on, hopefully.
Mhm.
Hopefully they will. You
Oh,
know
they
what? We have
definitely will continue on.
Yeah.
an engagement on Wednesday, May the 26th, to do a TV show together, me and Ruth, and it's
Oh, do you?
called yeah, it's a
Yeah.
new show that has never aired. It's called Idle
Idle
Chat.
chat.
Yeah, and we're gonna do it at the Hollywood Museum.
Oh, that's
Yay! So we'll be
fantastic.
there with all our goodies, and be able to look around and talk about it, and yeah, so that's really really good.
Do you guys still, I would imagine you still hear from a lot of the fans. They still write, they still, you know, when you
Oh
see
yeah,
them, when you're out and
Every
about,
day.
and
almost every day
and
I get a letter from someone.
and it might have
Every
been,
day.
and what
Mhm.
is that like? That must really touch both of you, huh?
It does. It
Yeah.
does to have
Oh,
people
it does.
remember
I mean,
us
I
and
got one just before I came to LA from Russia.
Did you really?
I know you get them from
It
all
Yeah.
was
over
so
the
fun.
world.
Yeah, I got one just before I came to LA from Russia, and it was so funny because the guy, I guess it was a guy, because he sent a self-addressed envelope, his name on it, and I was trying to sign the cards that he sent by saying to what the name was, but I could hardly recognize those letters that he wrote
Yeah.
in his
Those
name
Russian
because
letters,
it was a Russian name.
Russian.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
saying to myself, I'm like, I hope I got this right because this is really some letters that I don't ever remember seeing before. I did the best I could to copy what he had written.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing to do that, Ruth, because and Anita, I know you do that as well. Just that one response like that, how it makes that person's day. They feel so loved and appreciated as they
Yeah,
express to you guys. I mean, you're amazing
Well, I can
people.
imagine.
yeah. I always, I
Yeah.
always, I
Yeah.
always answer them, and I just sent out something the other day too to Arkansas. The
Yeah. Oh,
kids in
did you?
Arkansas that love the Pointer Sisters. They come
Michelle
from
says,
everywhere, all over, and I'm
Michelle
grateful for
says, we
that.
all love you here in Canada too.
Yay,
Ah,
Canada!
Oh,
We love Canada
and a
too.
wonderful,
Canada!
yes. And Marty Thompson, thank you very much.
Love
Love it is
Canada.
true that you've been nominated Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If so, you're one of very few women who have been inducted. So excited for you all as well. That's Marty Thompson. Thanks, Marty, for that. I appreciate that very much. In our super chat, Marty, we appreciate that. And this is fantastic. Thanks, Jim. Another great show today. Lovity ladies. That's what you guys certainly are.
Lovity.
And we have
Janet,
a new song coming out. It's already out, but we're going to redo it. Yeah, we're going to redo it. And it's a song called Feels Like June.
Yeah.
And it's a song that me and Bonnie and now Ruthie wrote to honor our sister June.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're going to be finishing it while Ruthie's here. And there you go. Look for it. It feels like June. It's a great song.
Absolutely. You know, Ruth, when you were getting the headphones, we were talking, Anita and I, and some of the viewers around the world, how, you know, you're coming in to the group as you did, and the love of your voice. People really, Anita was mentioning, you know, your contributions to the group being extraordinary as well, Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something that I had been doing. You know, I'd been singing for a long time and kind of felt like I had something there, you know, that was valuable. And then I stopped, you know.
Yeah.
And my sisters continued on. First Bonnie and June, Pointers a pair, and then Anita joined them. And so I kind of felt like that there could be a place for me.
Yeah.
You know, and they let me know that there was.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so there you go.
Yeah. You know, you've had so many experiences. Are there a couple, I'll ask you first, Anita, are there a couple of experiences during the course of this illustrious and beautiful and extraordinary career? I mean, I know none of this, as we were talking about, and you mentioned this in the book a little bit, as none of it comes easy. One of the things we do in these industries is to make everything look effortless and easy and fun, and because we want to take the chaos and the heartache from everybody else. So they listen to what we do and they watch what we do, and we take their troubles and they sort of float away while they're, you know, enjoying what we do.
Right.
But behind that, as you guys know, and you've certainly experienced, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the sacrifice, the emotional giving, the physicality of it all is extraordinary to pull it off and maintain it, and to be out there and out there and out there. Tell us a little bit about, I'll start with you, Anita. Tell us a little bit about how.
Like swans.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You're paddling as fast as you can go underneath that beauty that you see floating on top of the water.
Exactly right. Do you guys have some special memories that really stand out for you? Moments, of course, the Grammy, huge. Are there other big moments for the Pointer Sisters, for you both, that really stood out in this illustrious, legendary career, Ruth or Anita?
I'm not trying to think of the best one.
You guys are funny together. You're a hoot. I love it. I love it. And everybody wants to know where Ruth got her glasses. They want those cool glasses.
Oh my God.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They love them.
Well, they're actually real. They're real horns, like antlers from some animal. And I saw them at this optician's store somewhere in Boston, and I fell in love with them. So, and they're very lightweight. That's what I like about them. They're very lightweight.
They're made from bone.
Some glasses are heavy and they dig into my nose, you know, but these are so lightweight. I love them.
Yeah.
Oh, great. They look great.
But thank you.
So, so Anita, some moments that really stand out for you when you look back at this extraordinary career thus far.
I see going to Africa. That's one of those that stands out for me always.
Yeah.
We had never been there, and they had one of the biggest concerts I've ever seen in my life. Over 200,000 people. And we did a video there. There's a video out of the Pointer Sisters live in Africa. So look that up on your YouTube. But being there with Muhammad Ali and Bill Withers and Muhammad Ali, he had his people come and get us.
James
people,
Brown
talk
and
to our
Etta
people.
James. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it was such a group over there. Sister Sledge, Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a team. And we had the best shows. I think they had 3 nights of concerts. But
Yeah.
that was an experience that I can't believe I didn't have a camera because I have no pictures of it. But I remember Gary Stromberg having a camera, and he had a Polaroid that was instant pictures, and that was just coming out, that hadn't been out very long. And the African kids were so amazed that they could see a picture right away. So they thought he was like Jesus.
He thought he was Jesus too.
He did, didn't he? But I mean, really, all the pictures came out, and they would jump on the ground to get them. It was just unbelievable how that whole trip went. But the trip was fabulous. It was hot. We had great food, and we stayed in a villa, and the Spinners were right next door to us. And what else? It was just such a wonderful time. I got to go around and see people, how they lived, in little huts with no floor, no door, just a cloth on the door and a mat on the floor over the dirt,
Gunji in the front yard.
Right. The grandma was out there with her pipe. They brought the TV. There was a long extension cord from the inside of their house to outside. I couldn't believe they had electricity, but they did. And and they had a TV out in the front yard, and the whole family was sitting out in the front yard smoking ganja. They gave it to us there too. When we walked into the hotel in Kinshasa, they were passing out little envelopes they were wrapped actually in newspaper of weed. And it was so good.
We were like, we died and go to heaven.
One day we were smoking, and I thought we were having an hallucination because the ground outside was going up and down and up and down. But I realized it was an earthquake. Experience. It was not the weed; it was an earthquake. I never seen an earthquake. It was an earthquake like there, where the ground.
So you thought it was. You thought it was the.
Right. Oh no, you weren't high. That was a real earthquake.
You were doing a different kind of rocking and rolling, the real kind.
Oh my God.
Well, how about you, Ruth? What would be a memory, Ruth? What would be a special memory through the years that stands out for you? Anita mentioned the Africa trip. How about you, Ruth? Is there something that stands out really? A couple of memories that just for you really were very poignant and extra special?
Well, that was definitely one for me too. That same experience.
Yeah.
And I think another one that kind of stands out is when we went to Russia, to Moscow.
What was that like?
And we walked around the Red Square. It was so cold. Oh my God, it was so cold. Oh Lord! But I bought me one of those Russian hats, black box, with the big puff on the front and the ears. And because I've been living in New England the last 25 years, that hat has come in very handy.
Yes.
I bet. Oh God.
So the Russia trip.
We did a private show. Yeah, we did a private show there in Moscow to a very small group of very important executive people. And it was like just performing in a cafe. And I remember the stage being right next to the window, and people were just walking by and looking in, and we were in there just singing and dancing away.
Doing what you do, doing what you know. Yeah.
It was an experience that I won't forget.
You mentioned you guys were talking about the iconic fashions that you were known for. And Marty Thompson, who's in Nashville, actually, he says, being a part of iconic fashion and wardrobe design, what was your favorite getup and performance? Do you remember of all these phenomenal, iconic outfits and wardrobe? And you, there's something that you're doing too that celebrates fashion and wardrobe too, right? I think, are you doing that, Anita? Is there something where you're celebrating fashion and wardrobe through the years culturally?
I guess we did. We made a big dent in the wardrobe and in the fashion industry.
Yes.
But yeah, and people were copying us. I mean, shows we had, people would come dressed like us. They loved that 40s look, and they would come. The audience would be dressed like we were. So it was really an influence on everybody what we did. And
there's a blast in the past.
It was fabulous. Like I said, we did Women's Wear Daily. We did Vogue magazine, and Vogue tried to even take our clothes from us. They wanted to keep our clothes. We said no. We told them about Miss Dawson's Dry Goods in San Francisco, where we got most of our stuff. And they went to San Francisco and cleaned Miss Dawson's Dry Goods out.
Did they really?
Yeah, that was the word. That's what I heard. Yeah, they cleaned her out.
That is.
Yeah, we found this lady in San Francisco, Miss Dawson's Dry Goods.
I think
she had garter belts.
Yeah.
You know, silk stockings.
Yeah.
Petticoats. Poodle skirts.
With seams up the back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Stockings with seams up the back. Oh my goodness.
I think one of the most memorable performances from that time when we were still dressing like that for me was when we did the San Francisco Opera House.
Oh
yeah.
Because our show was so dramatic because we used a coat rack, and each one of us marched out one at a time like supermodels.
Exactly.
And it was like a catwalk. And we would break out into a cloudburst after we all had hung up our furs and took off our gloves, and it was almost like a striptease show.
Yeah.
And started in on cloudburst, and I'm telling you, that audience would lose their mind.
Yes, they would. And I would have too.
That was fun.
It's amazing. It is.
I wanted to lose my mind with them. I was like, I wanted to say,
I know, I did. I know. Oh my God. And there is an album.
When I think about it, I'm thinking, damn, whoa, that was good.
It was. And you know what? You can hear it again because it's out. It's a Pointer Sister album called Pointer Sisters Live at the San Francisco Opera House. And you should go listen to it, and it is fabulous. It's such a great album.
Good.
And that is out and available. That's fantastic.
Yes.
So super fans are definitely going to have to check things out. Yeah. I love that. Jay asked a beautiful. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
we were the first contemporary group to play the Opera House. No one had ever done that before.
Right, it was brand new.
Right, and we were the first to play the Grand Ole Opry as well.
Billboard's #4 top girl group of all time.
Hey.
I mean, that's like, yeah, absolutely.
Are you reading that from somewhere?
No, it's all in here. Yeah,
okay.
we got it all in there. There was a question that actually is a poignant and beautiful question. Wow. Jay had asked Anita and Ruth, what are some of your best memories of your sister June?
Oh.
It's a beautiful question.
I'll tell you one of my best memories of June. And that was because I had this low voice, and it still stays with me to this day. That whenever there was a low part on any song we heard on the radio or a song we were listening to to possibly record, June would give me this look and point to me. And that meant, you know, that's your part, right? And so every time, like even like the Temptations song where Melvin Franklin, who used to sing that great bass, He used to say I was the Melvin Franklin of the Pointer Sisters.
Of the group. Oh
and
my goodness.
and she would say, anytime she would hear Melvin's part, she would say, "You know that's your part." And so every time, even now, when I hear a low part on the song, it brings a smile to my face, and I think about June.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How about you, Anita?
Oh, memories of June. She was so fun, and could she could mesmerize people. She had a following in New Orleans. One time we were there in New Orleans, and she got an Indian chief's hat, and she went walking down the streets in New Orleans, and all of a sudden there was a whole gang following her. She had all these people following her, and she came back and did the show, and they were waiting for her too. It was amazing. She was so amazing. The way she was just so fair and gentle, and the beautiful legs. Oh, we always wanted her. Always wanted legs like June's, but
Legs Like June. That's another song.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Legs like June.
You know, Dwight keeps asking about this story. He goes, Anita, I want to hear the famous handcuffed story from the place called Bimbo's.
Oh my God.
Is there a handcuff story?
No, it's two different things. Bimbo's was when we were performing our first show. And actually, it was like a rehearsal show, but we were at Bimbo's in San Francisco, and David was there, our producer manager, and our band. He had gotten this group to do the playing for us. I can't even remember what their name was, but the band members came out in Ku Klux Klan uniforms.
Wow.
Now, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
They came out in Ku Klux Klan uniform. We were singing the songs like we're singing Billie Holiday songs. We could have been singing Strange Fruit.
Right.
And they come out in Ku Klux Klan with the hood and all behind us. Can you believe that? That was so much.
No.
And the group was a group that David Rubinson was thinking to produce, but he said, I'll never produce them. He kicked them out. He said, I'll never work with you guys again, ever.
No.
So he let them go. Yeah. And the other one was when I was on the road. It was like our first year on the road.
Yeah.
And we were someplace, I can't remember where, like in the middle, no, not the Middle East.
Chicago?
It seemed like it was kind of around Chicago area. And I was on stage performing, and a gentleman jumped on the
road with Chicago.
Oh, when we were on the road with Chicago. I don't know if that was it. Might have been, because that was our first tour.
Right.
But those guys jumped on that stage, and he handcuffed me to him. I'm singing, I'm trying to do my show, and he handcuffs me to him. I couldn't believe it. And the police came up right away. They came up right away, and they got him. He didn't even get off the stage. He said, telling the police that I'm his girlfriend, and I'd been with him the night before, and all this made up crap, and they took him away. But they said they were surprised that I broke a loose from him because they were professional cufflinks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not cufflinks, handcuffs.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
They were not cufflinks.
They're not cufflinks. Yeah.
Oh, that is amazing.
He lied to somebody saying that he had been with you all night.
Now,
no, he told the police that.
Now, I just heard, and I think it's McGregor is mentioning that he goes, Jim Masters' Pointer brother, Fritz Pointer, is here watching and in the chat.
Hey,
what? He's in the chat. We'll bring him up.
Fritz is here. Fritz posted something.
With me and him.
So McGregor. So isn't that cool?
Can we get him on the?
So at Jim Masters TV, Pointer brother at Fritz Pointer is here. So they're right here. Fritz says, Fritz says, do you know any contemporary female singers like Ella, Billie, doing a Duke Ellington medley, for example?
Do I know any
From Fritz.
contemporary singers?
That's from Fritz.
Doing, oh, you mean doing some of the songs that we did?
No.
Yes. Yes.
No, there's no contemporary group that I know of that's doing
Not
any
that
of
I'm
the things
aware
that
of.
we did.
Kevon Radford says, I remember when you guys said there was a dress June didn't want to wear and she set it on fire and said, boom, not wearing it.
Yes, she did. That was oh my God, I think we were in Florida. We didn't want to wear certain, because we dressed in like, teams. They were coordinated, the certain outfits were together. These outfits are together, and next out. And we wanted to wear, the group of us wanted to wear one dress, and with her outfit that went with that group.
Yeah.
She didn't want to wear it. She didn't want to wear it, so she took the dress in the bathroom and put it in the tub and set it on fire. She said, "I'll fix you. I'll let you know how much I don't want to wear that dress." Exactly.
Fritz says, yes, they are a blessing to me and to the world. They've given so much for so long. That's from Fritz.
Oh, thank you, brother, my darling brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Crazy Road Stories are saying, you look very comfortable there, Ruth. Very nice. Look at that. Wow.
I know.
All of a sudden, we just elevated to the penthouse now.
Right, exactly.
That's it. Well, you deserve that.
That phone in my hand, and I figured out a way to get it up on these books that my friend had set up on the coffee table. I said, "Oh, that works. Okay, so my hands are free."
Yeah. Oh,
that is funny. And Elizabeth says, "Get it, Ruthie." So,
Ruthie.
Yeah, that is funny. Amy goes, "Where's the bourbon?"
I love a good Cuban cigar.
And she goes, "Where's the bourbon?"
I don't drink. I like the smell of the bourbon, but I don't drink it no more.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So I used to love bourbon.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never had bourbon. I don't think I've ever had it in my life. I like red wine, Chardonnay, and margaritas.
Kevon, that sounds good. Kevon says, Ms. Ruth, I'm friends with your daughter. I'm a giant fan of you all. Automatic is my favorite song of all time.
All right.
That's really.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
He's a friend of her daughter. Which one?
Yeah, that is Kevon Radford.
I have 3 daughters, you know.
Which one is he a friend of?
Which daughter? Isa?
Yes, Isa.
Okay.
Isa, friend of your daughter, Isa. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Fritz is asking, do you have a favorite genre of music? Because you've really touched upon it all.
Yeah, we have, and we did that intentionally. To not. We went for songs that we liked, not trying to pick a certain kind of song or country song or jazz song. We just did what we liked, and it took us in all these different directions.
Yeah.
From Cloudburst to Wang Dang Doodle.
Mm-hmm. Dwight asks Anita and Ruth, what was it like recording the albums Contact, Hot Together, and Serious Slammin'? What was it like recording those?
It was good. It was
always fun going in the studio.
Let's see. Contact was,
to record new material.
Only sisters can do that.
Yes. Yeah. Do you guys did you have a preference for being in the studio, or did you prefer being performed? Some people love the studio only. Some people love being amongst the people out on stage for the roar of the crowd and the energy and the feedback of the crowd. Do you have a preference? Do you like the studio better, or do you like being out on stage amongst the crowd? Yeah. You have a preference?
For recording, you mean? I'd rather the studio for sure.
Or just for the actual.
For sure, for me, if you're recording.
Oh, for recording, yeah. But for the actual experience.
Just for performing in general.
Yeah, exactly, Ruth. How about you?
I like recording in the studio, but I found that once we got out on the road, it was less restricted.
Yeah, right.
And so many
everything always got better.
Yeah, fans have told us, we like your records, but man, when we see you guys live, there's a whole new understanding of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we were so much better
because
live than
we have a
on
freedom.
record.
Yeah.
We would go in the studio just barely knowing the songs. We hear them, a couple of days, and we'll go in the studio and record them. We haven't had a chance to live with them, be on the road with them. Once we get them on the road, they just go into a much more beautiful song, and when it sounds better, we do all this, add things and all that.
Right.
So it always got better on the road.
Yep.
Speaking of that on the road, Jay is asking, what are your memories of being part of USA for Africa? We Are the World.
Oh,
that was something, huh?
Yes, it was. What a night. What a night.
Yeah.
Spending the night with Michael
Never
Jackson,
be another night like that.
Lionel Richie. No, it won't. They've tried, but it hasn't come to that at all. But that was
Diana
a really,
Ross,
really
Tina Turner,
special
everybody.
night.
It was
Bob Dylan.
Very special night. I was always so proud when I see that
Stevie
clip.
Wonder, Lionel Richie.
Yeah. All of,
I know. It's something. It really is a beautiful thing that we
Michael.
did.
Yeah. Fritz actually asks, what was it like doing the musical Ain't Misbehavin'?
Ooh.
Hard.
It was fun. It was the hardest
thing I ever did.
Was it? Yeah.
I've ever done.
Yeah, my hat's off to Broadway people.
I'm telling you, they got it because I don't want it.
My hat's off to
It was
them.
very hard. It's a great credit to our legacy, but I don't like I don't like that. It was so restricted on there. You can't move. You got to stand in the same place every night. You can't get near that track or the train will run over you. And
right. Yeah.
We were used to going where you want to go on
restrictive.
stage. This is our show, and we go where we want to go on stage. But that show, Ain't Misbehavin', it was choreographed from beginning to end, and you couldn't do nothing outside of the choreography. And if you did, they would come back with some notes.
Notes. Yeah.
So you better take some notes and shove them up your whatever.
Anita,
What? You must have just heard what I said.
You're so funny. Anita, you remember when you and I forgot our cue?
When you forgot the cue.
And they were saying, we forgot our cue, me and you.
We forgot our cue.
Stage chatting about something.
Get out of here, Ain't Misbehavin'.
Our cue. They were saying, Miss Anita. We were standing on the side of the stage talking.
I don't even remember missing the cue. Oh my God. It was great experience to do well, it wasn't Broadway, but it was a stage play that was on Broadway at some time. And it would have been a lot better if we were on Broadway doing it. But we were traveling around the United States every week. We had to travel on our one day off. The one day off. The one day off was our travel day. So we would go into the next town exhausted.
Right.
You know, you go traveling is not a day off.
No.
Yeah. Oh God, I was so miserable. I was so miserable on the road doing that. I just can't tell you. I'll never do it again. Never.
And
it's
a
a
lot
grind.
Of that tour, I had my twins with me, and they were 2 years old.
Right. Oh my God.
Boy. The terrible twos.
Yeah, with the nanny.
Yeah, I remember them. They were there in strollers.
Yeah. Yes. In San Francisco.
It was a lot.
So you guys.
And I think I had them with me in Florida.
8 shows a week, right? 8 shows. Yeah.
8 shows a week. Oh, they were joking. I'm like, come on now. Anybody doing 8 shows a week?
I thought they were kidding when they said that.
I did too. They never mentioned that when they try to get us.
So
I thought I was gonna die. I really did. I thought I was gonna die on the road. I really did. I thought I was gonna have I did have a nervous breakdown, but I thought I was gonna die on the road.
You thought that was gonna be
so bad.
We since launching this show to a side, as an aside to my work in television, radio, stage, we've done the show 7 days a week, over 400 episodes nonstop. And this weekend we've done 4 shows, 2 today, 2 yesterday. Look at Anita's.
Wow.
Anita's
So when-
Anita's in shock.
Really?
She's like, wow.
Really?
Oh my
When
God.
do you
Y'all
stop?
trying to be like them
When-
Broadway people, huh?
It's kind of like that, I guess, right?
Trying to
Television
be
and
like
all
Broadway.
it demands, the demands. Yeah. But you know what it is, as you guys know, if you do what you love and you love what you do and it inspires and lifts people up and impacts them. I mean, you hear from people that love recent material, love the first material that you did, the
Yeah.
stuff in the middle, and they come from all different backgrounds and all different cultures and all different income levels and all different zip codes and all different countries, and they pour out the love for each of you and for the music and how you've impacted their psyche, their feelings, their emotions, romantic situations, friendships, everything. And that did you ever, I would imagine, did you ever feel like it was a big responsibility sometimes too, because you know how invested people are in the music, in the Pointer Sisters, in the stories told with the songs and the rhythms, the beats? Did it ever feel like a big responsibility as well, knowing so many millions and millions of people love it?
Well, yeah, it's a responsibility to
Wow.
keep your health, keep your voice in order, so you can deliver. When it's time to do the show, because that's what
Yeah.
they're looking for. They want to see what they heard on the radio, or they want to see it, and so you have to deliver. You really have to.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
You're-
times when it's not quite 100%,
Yeah.
but the audience would know.
Right.
They wouldn't know.
Yeah. That's so true, right, Ruth?
Yeah, it's true. And you
Yeah.
want to be able to give them sort of a sense of relief.
Yes. That's
The reason
what
why
it-
they came. Oh darn, my
Mhm.
my battery is getting low.
So how
Christ.
so with those
Oh,
kinds of
God.
with
Well,
those kinds of schedules and working as hard as you guys have, what do you do to relax, to deamp, to decompress, to have your quiet Zen moments in your quiet time? Because you're always, in the public eye, which is a beautiful thing, but there's times you need to have your quiet time to think and reboot and refresh, right? What are some things you guys do to stay sane
Massage.
and to stay, creative?
Massages.
Yeah,
well, I
those are
like to
good.
read. I like to read.
Reflexology.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I read,
terrific.
but I seem to
I
write
love to
more than
read
I
novels, and I like to read, books that inspire me and inform me about good mental health and good health and experiences that people go through that, that they are doing better,
read.
or
Yeah,
something I can relate to in my life.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's a learning process every single day.
There's
yeah.
so much out there now. You go to Google.
I saw a film. As a matter of
Google
fact,
is king.
on
Somebody, Marty. Oh, thanks, Marty. I appreciate that, supporting the show. He says, "Can you please share a story about Elvis Presley?"
Oh, oh my God. I was so shocked to hear
we
that he
never
was
met
going to do our
Elvis.
song. Never met him. Never got to meet. We went to Graceland though.
Yeah, huh?
Yes. And we met his daughter, Lisa Marie. Ruthie's son, Malik, had a club here in LA called M&M's. And I went there one night and Lisa Marie was there. So Malik introduced me to her. That was as close as I got to Elvis.
Yeah,
And when he sang the song, and I have a DVD of him singing it in Vegas where he said, "This song is the story of my life." And I was just, whoa, that's amazing, because I wrote that song, that's the story of
yeah.
my life. But he loved it, and he recorded it.
Yeah,
It's on his album,
yeah.
Elvis Today album. It's on that album, yeah. And
The
I'm just
songwriting
grateful.
too. Do you love that? The songwriting, actually penning the songs. You love
Oh,
doing that?
yeah,
Yeah,
I do. I try to write as much as I can. I can't,
yeah, yeah.
But Writing is so important, for artists.
Yeah.
So
What
every time
inspires you to write? What are some of the things that you observe about life that inspire you to write this incredible material?
listening to other music inspires me to write, and what is happening around me, things that are happening around me, things that are in the world that are happening.
Yeah.
That inspires me to write.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
fantastic. Carla is watching in Brazil. She says, loving this conversation, the stories, the laughing with these two legend sisters. Stunning. And Amy says, what a priceless show. True legends. Kathleen in New York City says, he's so shy and I'm so excited. Are my favorites. You ladies are wonderful.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
A couple
Thank
people
you.
asked too. Well, Fritz Pointer says, of course, what does it mean to have the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Walk of Fame. Oh,
That must
boy.
have been a very memorable.
Yes, it was. And Sterling Winters gave us a big party at the House of Blues. And there were so many people out on the street. The mayor of Hollywood was there. And we've always heard about that star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I didn't know we were going to get there, but we did.
Mm.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. What was
Yes,
that like?
It's amazing.
Ruth, what was that like for you too, to experience that?
Real memorable, because we made the decision to dress in our original vintage clothing, and they had vintage cars,
Vintage
Rolls Royces that we
cars.
rode in and arrived in. And it's one of the few
Yeah.
times that we have a photograph of all six siblings together with my mother.
Oh,
That's true. That
that's
sure is true. Because
that's very
Fritz was there.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
very,
They're
very
both there.
special.
That's
Yeah.
one of the
Both
few
there,
pictures that
yeah.
all six of
With
us are on
mother.
that
Yeah.
photograph.
With
Yeah.
mother. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fritz, Aaron,
Gotta look at
me,
that
you,
picture
and
again.
Bonnie and June, all there on that photo.
All there. That's
Dwight
true.
remembers, he says, Anita did a song called Johnny on her sister Bonnie's 1984 album. Dwight remembers that.
Whoa.
That you did that.
A song
Yeah.
called Johnny.
On
I
Bonnie's
don't remember
84
that.
album. You sure, Dwight?
I must have been doing like some backup for her or something. I don't remember it.
Could have been. Yeah. It could have
Hold
been.
on a second.
Crystal,
Okay, Sue.
what a beautiful mirror and lamps.
I know, it's pretty.
Okay.
That's nice, huh?
The house over there is gorgeous.
having an
That is
issue.
beautiful. While she's checking that out, who are the artists? Are there any artists that you would love to collaborate with? Others that you would love to, join in with that are out there?
I don't know. I might could do something again because I've been retired. Ooh, what happened here? Oh my
That
God.
was her. That's just.
Exactly.
You're thinking you got to go to the doctor and get your hearing checked, right?
I'm telling you, really. Oh my God. But what was I talking about?
Some people that you
some
maybe
people
would
that
want to work on collaborations with and things of that nature.
Well, Bruno Mars. I love him.
Oh, yeah. That would be a good one, right?
Yeah, it would be somebody. I don't know these young kids, but there's Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, he did a song that me and Bonnie wrote. He took the song and used the track actually that we wrote, the song Easy Days. And Kendrick, he did it over into a rap song. And now I'm all by myself.
Tell us about that beautiful, is that a photo or a painting behind you?
Yeah. So that's somebody I'd like to. And I think he's from Oakland.
I think, your picture froze a little bit. You were saying who was behind you?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh,
what did you say behind me?
Oh, yeah. When you were saying the picture that's behind you, that's fantastic. You were saying who it was, but you froze.
Oh,
but who is that? That's a fantastic.
That's Bonnie.
What a
That's
great
Bonnie.
shot. Is it I was
Yeah, I
trying to
love
figure out
her.
if it's a painting of her or a photo. Is it a
No,
photo?
it's a photo. Yeah, it's a photo that they had blown up, and it's really beautiful. A friend of hers that made clothes for her gave that to me, and I love
That
it.
is, oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so
That is
she's always
beautiful.
my backdrop. She was beautiful. I miss her so much.
Bonnie, we were talking about Bonnie, Ruth, and that beautiful photo behind Anita that is of Bonnie. Yeah, a couple people were
Yeah,
mentioning,
that is
Picture of
beautiful.
Bonnie.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is lovely. That's
hmm
gorgeous.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
That's what they're
sorry I
saying.
I
had to
love it.
leave because a
Yeah.
bee flew in the room.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know how that
Time
is,
to
Anita.
go. I hear
I
that,
don't
girl.
talk.
Time to go.
I don't explain why. I just leave.
Just goodbye.
You guys are a
We
riot.
can.
You never
Well,
thought of
that's
going
a
into
great.
comedy, huh? You never thought of going into comedy? Because
No,
you
we
guys are
cannot
funny.
cohabitate with bees.
No, 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 no,
Sorry.
no,
Oh,
no.
we have left.
Comedy.
I
We
have
are
gotten out
comedy
of a
on our
car
shows.
because the bee was in the car.
Oh, I remember
Ah,
us all getting out of the car when Debbie was driving, and we left her in the car. Remember that? In
Left her in the
Washington
car. Yep.
D.C. We were in Washington D.C. The bee got in the car, and we left her in there, and she was wondering, "Where are you guys running to? Where are you getting out the car for?" There's a bee
He said,
in
because
there
there's
with
a bee
you.
in the car.
get that bee out.
Right.
Ruth, we were
But
Anita had
my favorite though is in Australia.
what happened
My
in
favorite
Australia?
is in Australia when there was some huge
Oh,
bug about
yeah,
the
that came in
size
our
of my
dressing room.
thumb creeping around my makeup mirror,
In the
and
dressing room.
we
Oh
all
my
got up and
God.
just left the room without saying a word. And and the wardrobe lady was saying, "Where are you guys going?" We said, "We're going out of here. We'll tell you why after they get that bug."
Right.
And one of the
And the
roadies came and said, "Oh, you guys afraid of a little bug?" And he came with some little thing he was going to get the bug with. And he looked around the mirror and saw that bug, and he said, "Oh, okay, I need something a little bigger for that bug."
it was a unusually big bug.
Oh my God, that is
Like a
funny.
locust.
Yeah, it was huge like that. It was. It sure
God,
was.
Uh, David wanted to
No,
know. David
we are not
Zimmerman's
the bug people.
watching, not bug
Nope.
people. How was it working with Barbara Streisand? Sending my love to you both. That's David S. Zimmerman.
Oh, it was sweet working with her, singing that song "Emotion,"
Yes.
and she gave me
Yeah.
a beautiful bracelet that I still have that has my name on it and her name on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fabulous. I was honored to feel that I could work with Barbara Streisand. I really was. I thought that was a great plus to our career, to our legacy, to our accomplishments. We accomplished that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
You
made.
guys, you have
Yeah.
accomplished much, and you still do. Ruth, you wrote a book as well. Tell us briefly about your book so people can look for that too.
Yeah, I I wrote a book because the young man that came to me with a project called Rock in a Heart Place, which was a book before mine, and I did a short story because he was covering 10 different artists who were in recovery from drugs and alcohol, and
Yeah.
he asked me if I would like to be a part of it, and I said sure. And as we talked, he said, "I feel like you have more to say, and it's really helpful to people, that might be struggling to understand that they can still recover and thrive, And so I said, okay. And so he and I worked out this book, and Still So Excited was the name of the book. And I just told my side of the story that I lived through so much of the Pointer Sisters' history under the influence of drugs and alcohol. There's a lot I don't remember,
Yeah. Right.
but
Right.
I made it through, and I've lived to survive and thrive, and I'm still here because I chose a different path than the one I was on.
Right.
Mhm.
Which is a great source of inspiration for
So
many
that's
others who might
Oh
be
yeah.
watching who are in a similar
yeah,
place.
that's
Yes,
what my
it can
book was
encourage.
about, and I still do speaking engagements to different places where people are still struggling and they want to hear about how you come out of this. And I'm still a
Mhm.
member of a 12-step program because I have issues with food,
Yeah.
and it's been a real asset for my life.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And to be open and to share, because you never know when somebody's listening and they're on the verge
Mhm.
and hearing your
Right.
story
Yeah.
in such a
And it's
beautiful
like you
way.
said earlier, when people think that you have such an easy way, and underneath you're
Mhm.
paddling like crazy trying to live,
Yeah.
and you
Mhm.
make it look so easy up there on the stage. And so many entertainers and actors and actresses too, I hear stories where they're maybe having a rough time behind the scenes, and then they get up there and they entertain you and still trying to live life.
Yeah. Absolutely. Bless you, Ruth, for coming through the other side and inspiring others in that way. And that's really, really
Mhm.
beautiful because, again, there may be people watching right now who want to go into the line of work that the Pointer
Mhm.
Sisters have been in for almost 50 years. What, having lived it, having seen so many aspects from the performance to stage, recording, the business side, the marketing and branding side, the wardrobe side, all of it. You guys have been immersed in every aspect of it. What would you say to somebody right now who is watching, who is considering going into that world?
Well,
To stay healthy,
yes, be prepared
stay
to
focused.
work hard. Be prepared to work
Yeah, be
hard,
prepared to work hard and
because you don't start out at the top.
understand that you're going to have all kinds of influences. No,
Hmm. Yeah.
no, there's no such thing as overnight
Yeah.
success.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Right.
No such
No
thing.
overnight
Right.
success. Ain't no overnight.
Ain't no
Nope.
overnight, no time, no way.
Mm-mm. No, there's no overnight. Mm-mm.
So, but you got to be resilient and have stamina and
It's a
strength too, right? Believe in yourself too.
Yeah, believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing and be willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
And, because it's going to take that to be in the music business, to be, I guess, in any business. You're going to have
Yeah.
to travel and be without your family. And, oh, God.
Do you guys pray? Do you turn to God? Do you pray during some of the rough moments or the frustrating, confusing moments, or just day to day?
I pray every day. It's just a practice that I picked up, in my recovery. I'm not a big religious fan because there's just so much controversy between the different cultures of religion. Me and my girlfriend were talking about it this morning because she comes from a serious Mormon background, and she was telling me stories about when she was growing up and there were no black Mormon priests allowed. And we just got into this discussion. And so I just have a inward connection that I feel with the universe that I try to maintain, because this whole world is such a miracle. I love going outside at night and looking at the stars and letting my mind wander because I know that there's something bigger than me somewhere.
Hmm.
Mm, that's
It
beautiful.
ain't no man, it ain't no blonde man with no curly hair and a long blonde beard. That damn sure ain't what it is. You know.
Yeah.
How about you,
All
Anita?
those
You,
pictures hanging in
yeah,
all the
all the
churches
pictures.
of
Yeah.
this guy that's supposed to be the Almighty. That ain't what it is for me.
How about you, Anita? Do you pray? Do you have moments of
Mm-mm.
solace as well?
I have moments of solace, and I talk to my mom and dad. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm just not a believer anymore.
Yeah. 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 So you just look within and have your own inner strength, which is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know it doesn't stop with me. There's so much more greater than I. But
Right.
I just kind of keep it inside and share it with my mom and dad.
That's beautiful. That's when you look back at the career, and I'll start with you, Anita. Um,
hmm
what are some of those blessings and those joys that continue to thrive in and around you that continue to propel you forward to want to inspire and to create and to bring so much joy to others through your craft and your talent?
Well, I was just so honored to
Well,
take
they keep
care of
asking for it for one thing.
our parents. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. They keep
Ruth is
asking
Ruth is
for it
mentioning
too.
that
Go
the
ahead.
fans want more and more and more.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
But you were saying something about your parents and
I forgot what I was saying.
I,
talking about some of the blessings and joys in your life that continue you to have this desire to want to connect with people and create this great music and still inspire people after all of these years of doing it.
Um, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. I was saying something and I can't remember what it was. I'm sorry.
I think you
I'm very
mentioned your
sorry.
parents were an inspiration and a blessing for you probably early on as well. So
Well,
there's
they
many
were, and
there's many blessings and joys in your life that
oh
inspire
yeah.
you to do what you do,
I
right?
think
hmm
too, it's just like, I was mentioning, people keep asking for it, just like
Yeah,
you, you
yeah,
know.
right.
I find it fascinating that, people still find us interesting. A lot of
Yeah,
artists that get to where we are and they kind of fade by the wayside, and I'm always like, oh wow. And even when I get a call that they want us to do a show somewhere, and I don't know why. I guess I felt like by the time I got to a certain age, the calls would stop, and they seem to keep coming, and I'm like in awe of it. I'm like, really? They really
oh
want
yeah,
us to open that club in London for real?
yes,
I
right,
Okay.
know.
yes, yeah,
I mean, really it
Yeah.
is. And it's like, because we don't really have new material that,
hmm
is on the radio and all that kind of stuff. And from what I hear a lot of times, even on talk shows, the people that are from our time, they don't want to hear no new material anyway. They want to hear those old
Right.
songs that remind them
Songs
of
that
a
they.
time when they were partying and they were young and they were pubbing and they were, oh yeah, I remember that song. But ooh, we danced to that at my wedding, and that's what they
So they
want to
can
hear.
sing something they can sing along to. They
So
know
they can
it.
sing along, right? Right.
right.
hmm
So, what do you attribute to all of this continued success and desire that people have for your material? They want more of it. They want to hear all of the stuff that they've heard before. They want to hear more. It's I think, from my vantage point, in having lots of Pointer Sisters material in our collection, it's all of you. It's the fact that people, I think, got a sense that you really cared about what you were doing, cared about one another, care about the audience, you care about the experience, and we're having a really good time doing it. And that comes
hmm
through. You're doing it for the right reasons to bring inspiration, joy, and good times to people in their lives. And I think that's why, one of many reasons why, the Pointer Sisters are beloved and they're considered, a national treasure, and why people want more of it. Plus, because our world is spinning so fast these days, everything is so quick, quick.
I
People want to
know.
breathe and they want to pull out the good stuff and listen to it and let it sweep over them and feel good and transport them away from the nonsense and chaos of life, right?
Of life, exactly. That's right.
That's it.
That's it. They want to get away
That's
from their
exactly it.
woes and
That's it.
problems of the day.
There we go. That's right. Well, we don't have to be 6 feet apart anymore, right? We go.
Right, we don't.
Yeah, we don't.
Nope, we can't do that.
Well, there was somebody actually that was with us tonight that wants to send his love. Mr. George Burns was in the house.
What?
And he's got his cigar too, Ruth. You see his little cigar?
Is that George Burns?
That's George Burns, and he's got a cigar too.
Oh my God.
He's sort of my Ed
We
McMahon.
did a
He's sort of
show
my.
with George Burns.
We did a show with Jim Masters, George Burns, and all the Lovedies.
We did a show with George Burns and Patty
We
Andrews.
sure did.
You did.
Yes,
That's
we did.
right. What
Yes.
was that like?
On the Queen Mary.
Oh my God, I
We were on
couldn't
the
believe
Queen
it. It was
Mary,
like
and
an
it was
out of body experience.
Yes.
Yeah, she was so sweet. Patty was so nice to us and loved us so much because we were from her era, as far as our music was concerned. And they really appreciated us bringing the things back. Even Annie Ross, when she came to see us in London, she cried and cried and cried. And John Hendricks came to see us, and he did the same thing. He cried, because no one had ever brought back those songs that they made popular back in the day, and no one's done it since Pointer Sisters did it.
Yeah.
So it was really a breakthrough. It's a great breakthrough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You ladies are extraordinary. And this is really an honor, a pleasure, a hoot. You are, like I said, if the music thing doesn't work out, go into comedy. You guys are hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
You guys, you just,
And
what I love is,
what's that word you said? What's that word you said?
levity?
Levity. Levity.
Levity. Yes,
Levity.
bring everybody to Levity Land.
Levity Land.
Do I hear a new song in the offing? Levity Land with the Pointer Sisters.
Levity
Uh-oh.
Land.
I'll be in the front.
Go to Levity Land.
Yeah, I'll be in the front
Go
row.
to Levity Land.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Jesus.
You know what's funny? She's saying that, but we don't see her. It's like a voice coming out of the clouds. Because Ruth's picture just
That's the downside of being on the super phone.
I was singing. That was me singing. That was me singing, not Ruth.
No, when Ruth said Jesus,
Yeah.
you didn't
Oh, I
see
didn't
her.
hear her.
You just heard the
No, I
voice
didn't
come
hear
out of the
her.
clouds.
I didn't even hear it.
You guys are funny. Mary Bishop says from Florida, she sends love from Florida. She says it was such a pleasure to meet you, Anita and Ruth. So many fond
My phone
memories.
is doing some strange sounds.
As long as it's not clicking in Anita's ears
I
anymore.
don't know what that is.
Not
Crystal says, thank you,
It's
Ruth
not
and
clicking,
Anita,
but it
for
sounds
your...
like it's a monster talking on there.
Oh, God.
Okay, it kind of went away now. Thank God.
You said Chris.
Jesus Lord.
You guys are funny. You guys are funny. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
Weird.
Thank you, Ruth and Anita, for your openness, your honesty, and sharing your beautiful memories. You're such an inspiration. You both are very beautiful.
My God.
God bless you
I hope
both.
y'all not hearing what I'm hearing on my phone.
thank you. No, we're not.
And
Right.
Anita can translate later on, I guess. Just know it's a lot of levity.
I don't know
A
what
great
that is. I'm
show.
sorry.
Thank you. Amy says, what an incredible show. That must have been some good
my
cigar.
God. Modern technology.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
Were you sure that was a cigar or was it a blunt? Was that really a cigar or was it a blunt?
Oh, it was a cigar. There it is. See it? Yeah, I go.
I know it.
They want to.
I know you know, girl.
They also, Ruth. They
Oh,
also feel for
God.
you, Ruth. They feel
I
for you. They're
know, I
asking,
know.
did you get rid of the bee? Is the bee gone? Is the bee out of the room now? Your bee, the bumblebee that
Oh.
came in, is the bee out?
The bee has left the building.
Yeah.
Has the bee
I hope
left
Guess
the
it.
building?
I hope so. She's
She can't
looking
hear
for
us.
it.
I
Um,
can't hear
this
you. I
this
don't
has
know
been a
what's wrong with
blast.
I
my phone.
know.
It's crazy.
It's probably overload. Love you, ladies. Austin Field says another excellent show. Ronnie says thank
Oh,
you, thank
thank
you, thank
you.
you for the joy you've brought to the world and continue to bring to the world. McGregor
I'm gonna go
smiles.
off because my phone is making me mad.
Bye,
Love you,
Ruth. We love
Ruthie.
you. Bye
I love
Love
bye.
you.
you.
See you
Thank you so
soon.
much, Jim. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
you are
I really
welcome.
enjoyed this.
Oh, I did too. I did too.
Yes, me too.
Thank you,
Really
Ruth.
did. And thank you, Jim. Thank you so much. I
Thank
guess
you,
we're all going to
Jim.
go off together.
This
We're
was
all going to go off
amazing.
Oh,
together,
So
okay.
Ruth.
much fun, ladies. Thank
I love you
you.
all.
Oh, good. Love you all.
Thank
Have
you,
a great
Ruth.
Love you.
evening.
Bye.
Take
Love
care.
you.
Wonderful show. Ruth
Bye.
is too much. Take care, Ruth. Bye-bye now. Was that not hilarious? And Fritz Pointer, brother, thanks to you, Fritz, for chiming in and with your great comments as well. Bye. Was that? I don't know if we talked more about life and fun and comedy and resilience and strength and surviving it all, or music. I think we sort of weaved it all in there. Absolutely an epic conversation with two amazing people. We're talking about. Now, I want to let you know a little secret here. Initially, and this is a little bit of a surprise, and of course, this we love this shot of the Pointer Sisters. Initially, we promoted that, and the plan was to have Anita as our special guest. Anita Pointer from the Pointer Sisters. We talked about her book. We talked about her passions. We talked about a lot of different things. But then what happened, which was very, very cool, and I think just really spectacular, was that when Anita came on, Ruth popped on, and Anita says, "Guess what, Jim? I have a special surprise guest." And it was Ruth Pointer joining us. So Ruth wasn't necessarily scheduled to join us. It was going to be Anita, and Anita talking about, her new book and all the other cool things, the life and times of the Pointer Sisters. There is the book, Fairy Tale, The Pointer Sisters, Family Story, Anita Pointer and Fritz Pointer, a fabulous book. So initially, Anita was going to come on. Isn't that a beautiful shot of Anita? But then Anita said, "I have a special surprise just for you, Jim." And I said, "Oh boy, what could it be? I mean, it's just having you on is a delight, Anita." And she said, "Ruth's here." And then Ruth popped on, which was hilarious. And tell you, kudos to Roxy, right, for sort of working out the technology. Again, you're dealing with the internet, you're dealing with Wi-Fi, anything can happen. The key is just to roll with it like we do here at the Jim Master Show Live. And like, obviously, the Pointer Sisters have done all their life rolling with whatever happens. And that's the best. And sometimes when you have things like that, where the technology gets a little funky, those can be some of the most genuine, authentic, funny, memorable, impactful moments, as opposed to things that are so tightly scripted and tightly wound. Again, we're talking legends here. And it was really an honor and a pleasure to have Anita Pointer and Ruth Pointer both as special guests here with me on the Jim Master Show Live. If you are checking this show out for the first time, we've done about 400 live 7-day-a-week episodes. This is an entertainment lifestyle talk show series that sort of brings back the old school conversational, warm freestyle way of having, an entertainment lifestyle talk show, but with a modern vibe and modern twist of today. And everybody has said we're bringing back the lost art of conversation with levity, with viewer interaction from viewers watching, the loveties watching from around the world. It's really cool and it's a blessing. And again, I love doing this here on the show. Here's another great shot here. If you missed this episode or any part of this hilarious as well as poignant, moving, there's so many different ways to describe tonight's show. If you missed any of it, with my special guests, the Pointer Sisters, Anita and Ruth, you can see this episode again 24/7, 365 on our YouTube channel. And while you're there, we would love it if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have shows every day with amazing guests, inspiring conversations, pop-up shows where sometimes I just pop up and we have great viewer chat shows and food shows. And we've done it all on location here on the Jim Masters Show Live. And again, what a night, huh? There they are with Flip Wilson. And they said that night he did his famous character, Geraldine. And of course, that night at the Grammys, really amazing. Really amazing. And just soaking it all in, right, gang? What a week it's been. Big 1-year anniversary celebration with celebrity friends and guests joining us here on the show a couple of nights ago. A plethora of phenomenal guests all weekend long. And now topping off this weekend with the Pointer Sisters, both Anita and Ruth. That is what you call double levity. Really cool. Really, really cool. This, I love all the shows that we do. This show, really something spectacular. And they really are. They're a hoot and they're so talented. Of course, we know all that already, but they have a good time. And of course, we mentioned their sisters as well who have passed. And that was beautiful to pay heed to them as well. And thank you very much. Marty, thank you very much. That's Super Chat. He supporting our show and what we're doing here on the Jim Masters Show Live. I appreciate that, Marty. That is very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. Joan Sando, count them, Jim. 4 great shows just this weekend. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. We work really, really hard behind the scenes. And again, this is an aside to the professional work that I do in television, radio, and stage, and I love every minute of it. Jane, who's watching in Sweden, says, thank you, Jim, for this great show. Good night. You too as well. Kathleen Walker, this was amazing. Such fun. Have a great night, Jim. See you soon. Good night, all. Lovely hugs, and hopefully I'll see you in person, my friend. And again, Marty, thank you very much. You are amazing. I appreciate that. Everybody, if you can, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the notification bell. The YouTube channel is the one you're watching right now, Jim Masters TV, and share the channel. Tell everybody about this really cool show where we don't just talk about the book and the movie and then out. These are conversations. These are really fun, in-depth conversations the way they used to be done. And I don't make it just all about me. You know, a lot of people that do shows and do different things, it's always just about them, not about the viewer, the listener, not about the guests, not about great topics. I look at it, and I've always done this in my professional work as well. I think we're all part of this, because if you weren't here, I'd be talking to the camera and I would hear, locusts. So all of you are of great value, and we thank you for being here, whether you're watching live or if you're watching this later in the replay. You can see this again in the archives at Jim Masters TV, which is on our YouTube channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Great fun interview. Babette, another great show. Mary, that was a blast. Merlin in Canada. It was very funny show, both of them. Fritz, thank you so very much. I appreciate that, my friend. Oh, wow, how nice. Thank you very much. Carla, you have a wonderful family there, Fritz, a wonderful family. Thanks, Jim, for one more episode for these 2 nice shows today. Filled my Sunday with good vibes and fun. Toast you, Mr. Levity. And she watches, Carla is one of our regular Levity viewers who watches all the time from beautiful South America and Brazil. Elizabeth says, I love them. So do we. Jane says, great show, Jim. Thank you. Appreciate that. I love the Pointer Sisters so much. The music has really helped me through the passing of my mother, who passed away this year. She passed 4 months after their sister, Bonnie, passed away. Well, we send you love, and we send you deepest condolences, and we send you compassion and empathy. We realize it's not, it's a tough time, and there's nothing that we could necessarily say that will, suffice. But do know that we're thinking of you, and hopefully this show tonight also put a smile on your face. That's what we aim to do all the time with all these episodes of our show. I hope you'll join us again. We're here on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, live 7 days a week with incredible fun entertainment. We always learn something. We always have a good time with amazing guests and so much more. Tell everybody you know about our show. That really, really helps our show grow big time. Elizabeth says, good night from San Antonio, Texas. Good night to you as well. Elizabeth says, this is my first time on your channel, and it was great. I hope that it is not your last. I hope you'll be with us. And check back all the other guests we've had on our YouTube channel. You can binge watch as well. I want to let you know that there was another great person who was watching, and that is the wonderful Queen Andrea. Do you remember when Queen Andrea was on our show? She was amazing. Queen Andrea was watching tonight, and she just was commenting how much the Pointer Sisters meant to her, and just absolutely love them, and that is wonderful. Gary in Iowa says, Jim, you are the best. Thank you very much. Ronnie says, I love this positive energy. Good night from Ronnie of Virginia Beach. Ronnie, you're welcome back anytime, my friend. Join us again. We're here every day. And take a look at the other episodes on our show. We love what we do. Marty Thompson. Marty, wow, you're unbelievable. Look at the red bold color. My wife and I are so wanting to. Boy, that's amazing for bringing the public so much love. Marty, that really helps the show. That's called super chat. When you see something like that, folks, that's super chat. There's a new thing YouTube's doing, super chat and super stickers, and it allows us to rank to the top and highlight some of the amazing chat and support from somebody like Marty Thompson, Kathleen Walker, Babette, and some of you. That really, that's just beautiful. You guys are really beautiful people. Lovely spreads joy. And Jane says, who's watching in Sweden, where it's late at night. I'll be back, Jim, to watch your shows for sure. Jane, I have an assignment for you. Let's get all of Sweden to watch and enjoy. My great-grandmother came from Sweden, so we got to have Sweden watching. You guys are the best. Again, Marty, thank you so very much. I am very bowled over by that, and that is absolutely beautiful. And Christine says, this was a very entertaining show with hilarious moments and fascinating stories shared. Thanks to Anita and Ruth for being with us tonight. Thank you all so very, very much. Wow. That was a powerhouse episode with the Pointer Sisters. I mean, and sometimes it's even funnier when the technology goes a little awry. I can't hear you. The phone is going off. There's a bee flying in the room. What's going on here? The picture went black. I think those are the most hilarious moments. And when you're on stage in the studios, when you're on the radio, when you're on television, any of those things can certainly happen, and they usually do. And it's how you handle them that counts. What an amazing group of viewers we have, all of you from around the world. You mean a great deal. Certainly do. And as we always say here on the Jim Masters Show live, in addition to all the wonderful guests, we say, don't forget to smile. Don't forget to share the levity. Really important. That's a word I just stumbled on in the summer when I was saying the show has light, love, and levity. And I just said levity, and that came out of my mouth pretty quickly. And find your Zen place. Mine is the ultimate. Time with loving family and friends is always paramount. Cycling, music, writing, creating. I enjoy tennis, gardening as well, pretty versatile. And swimming in the ocean, swimming, surfing, boogie boarding, sailing the ocean, walking the ocean is my Zen place. And all my work in television and radio and stage all these years as well. That's another Zen place for me. Like the Pointer Sisters, you can tell they love what they do. Doesn't come easy, a lot of work to make it happen, to make the magic, but they appreciate it and they love it, as I do with my work as well. And the Jim Masters Show Live is here for you 7 days a week, God willing, 7 days a week. And you can catch us here on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. Also, you can find me on Facebook at Jim Masters TV, as well as Instagram at Jim Masters TV and Twitter at Jim Masters TV as well. So feel free to follow and like and share. And we also have a Facebook group for this show, and that is JMS Live Levity Hall. JMS Live Levity Hall is the name of our actual Facebook group that we have for the Jim Masters Show Live. And you guys exchange recipes and photos and positive comments, and I think that's a blessing. So anybody can do that. And thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a long weekend. 2 shows yesterday, 2 shows today on the weekend. We're back tomorrow with another amazing guest. The guests are just extraordinary. And if you guys know of people you'd like to see on our show, you can connect with us here at the Jim Masters Show Live. If you'd like to, feel free. And we do have an email address, and that is if you want to suggest some guests, or you know some guests, or maybe you are a potential guest, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's the address to reach us here at the Jim Masters Show Live. If you'd like to suggest a guest, or you just want to drop us a line and let us know how much the show means to you. And again, you can follow me at all of those places on social media. And of course, you can find the Pointer Sisters as well on their websites and Amazon and Spotify and everywhere. And some exciting news. They mentioned some new music's coming out, some material, possible talk of a movie about their life. That is pretty awesome. There's so many legends. I have several friends of mine who are music legends and sports legends and comedy and news legends, and a movie on their lives is always something appropriate and something really beautiful. Levity reigns here at the Jim Masters Show Live, as you guys can tell. A real blessing having all of you here, and I really appreciate it. We're going to get ready to wrap up. We thank again the Pointer Sisters for all of the levity tonight and all of the love. The other thing we do before we go, we always say everybody's welcome here. It doesn't matter your gender, your political views, religious views. It doesn't matter race. It doesn't matter your eye color, zip code, income, height, weight. None of that matters. Everybody's welcome to have a good time. The door is always open. We learn something. We get educated. And that's what it's all about. And we have a laugh or two, like Carol Burnett used to say. A laugh or two. Absolutely. I think we have more than 2. And relax. Love one another, gang. Love one another. And sounds Pollyanna, idealistic, I know. But hey, what the heck? Why not? And love yourself. Very important to love yourself. You're valuable, and you're valuable to us here at the Jim Masters Show Live. And take time for yourself and relax. Relax. We've all had to do that this year, huh? And hopefully we're rising from the ashes more compassionate and more loving. Marty, thank you very much. And Marty's going to be joining us on Tuesday, the 18th of June. I cannot wait. The Aussie Crooner. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much, sir. You are a gentleman. Kathleen says, can't get enough levity. That's right. This is really caught on, huh? This is a levity wave I think I've started here. It is a levity wave. It's really something. And we really are going to move on even further. Oh, boy, would it be great to get them, huh? You're talking about how about some country music artists, Willie Nelson, Garth Brooks. Speaking of country music, did you guys see the show that we did last night with Dee Dee O'Malley and special surprise guest Mike Lusk? Mike Lusk played for 22 years with Loretta Lynn. He worked with Merle Haggard. And Dee Dee O'Malley has worked with everybody. Kenny Rogers, LeAnn Rimes, Patti LaBelle, Willie Nelson. She's written music for many people. She's written music for animation, for television, for film. She's a prolific musician and singer. Last night, we had an epic show with Dee Dee O'Malley and surprise guest Mike Lusk. They have formed a group called Poppy Iris. They are beautiful together. If you did not see that episode last night, it's really a good one. And it's on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Really, really fantastic. Yes, levity is a movement. We got it started here, and you guys are all part of it, part of the levity squad here at the Jim Masters Show Live. We love you, Jim. We love you back, Carla, and everybody watching. We're going to wrap. This is always a pleasure. We salute you all, and we toast you all. You're the best, always the best here on the Jim Masters Show Live. And Butch Patrick, who played Eddie Munster on the Munsters, we'll work on that. We will work on that. Boy, the guests we have coming up. Oh, boy. just gets better and better. Off to the archives. That's right. So many great archives. We had Michael Roberts, the prolific composer and pianist and lyricist, with us yesterday as well. Really incredible. And Celtic woman and beloved Irish soprano and vocal coach. Lisa Kelly was with us earlier. And don't forget our anniversary special, which was hilarious with celebrity guests and friends and so much more to all of you. So that's a wrap, gang. I really appreciate all of you. We thank Anita and Ruth Pointer for joining us live from Los Angeles, California tonight on the Jim Masters Show Live. And we thank and love all of you for your continued sharing, spreading the word about our show, sharing the levity, and having a good time with us as often as you do. We're going to disappear for now, and a tsunami levity wave. That is what it is. That is what it is. And Marty says, I'm looking forward to it as if I feel like I've already met you and we're good friends. It'll be like, this is your life bio. That's what it turns out to be, Marty, sometimes, right? It absolutely turns out to be like that, which I think is pretty incredible. Hey, I just, before we go, I just wanted to show you a couple of quick things that some of our wonderful celebrity friends and guests said about our show as we just recently hit 1 year anniversary and over 400 episodes. These words are from wonderful actor and dear friend Glenn Scarpelli, who you know from the CBS series One Day at a Time.
Hey, Jim, I want to wish you and your show a happy anniversary. I'm so proud of you. You guys do such an amazing job. I want to just say thank you to you. Send my love to everyone at Lovity Hall and the Lovity Nation. That's what I love to call it, because you have created a nation. And, you know, I'm just so proud of what you do every day, the energy that you send out there. I know we've had many conversations about how important energy is, but that beautiful positive energy that you send with you and your guests and all your followers and listeners and watchers, it really does have a ripple effect. And that ripple effect is real, it's important, and it's purposeful. So I just want to say thank you, sending so much gratitude your way, and wishing you a happy anniversary. From Glenn Scarpelli. Woo! See you soon again on the show, buddy. I would love it. All right, you take care. Sending my love to everybody.
Thanks, Glenn. You're the best. Do you remember when we had legendary comedian? I mean, you've seen him multiple times on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson over the years, and just about every talk show known to man and womankind. The extraordinary comedian Tom Dreesen. He was a guest on our show, and he had these words.
Hi, Tom Dreesen, and I just want to thank you so much for the opportunity of doing the Jim Masters Show and being interviewed by Jim, and also from hearing from the followers that I couldn't believe, from the United States, from the United Kingdom, from Canada, from Australia, from Brazil, from Holland. I was waiting to hear from somebody from Jupiter and Mars. It was an amazing experience, and I hope to do it again. I hope 2021, Jim, is your best year ever, and I hope for all your listeners that it's their best year ever too. Let's put this COVID thing behind us and start a new day.
Perfect words, my friend Tom. He is amazing. We had tennis star and ESPN tennis correspondent Patrick McEnroe, brother of John McEnroe, on as a guest. You can see that episode on our YouTube channel here, Jim Masters TV. And there's within that episode a quick appearance by his brother John McEnroe too, who chimes in, because Patrick was at the Tennis Academy in New York when we were doing the interview. And his lovely wife, if you didn't know, is Broadway star Melissa Errico. And we had an epic separate conversation, an episode with Melissa, and they had these words in celebration of our 1 year anniversary and over 400 episodes of JMS Live.
All right, Patrick McEnroe, Melissa Errico here. We were just here getting our 3 daughters vaccinated, which is amazing news. Jim Masters, I don't know how you do it, man. Over 400 shows. He's done both of us. He's done a show every day since the pandemic started. How's this guy doing?
I don't know. You love people. We love you. Thank you.
All the best. Congrats. Keep on going.
Thank you, Patrick and Melissa. And of course, a dear friend of our show is the one and only Dreama Denver, wife of the late Bob Denver, who played Gilligan on Gilligan's Island. She's been on twice. We love her. She's a dear friend. She had these words.
Hi, I'm Dreama Denver, wife of the late, great Bob Denver, Gilligan from Gilligan's Island, which is why I'm sitting here next to the SS Minnow. I am here to say congratulations to Jim Masters and the Jim Masters Show on 400 episodes. Jim has to be the hardest working man in show business. I don't know where he gets the energy. A show every single day. But I've been blessed enough to have been a guest twice in the 400 shows, and so it is a pleasure for me to be able to celebrate Jim and his show. I learned something on the Jim Masters Show that I never knew before, and that is levity. Levity and love combined equals levity. So I'm wishing lots of levity to Jim Masters and even more levity to the levities out there who support his show every single episode. Jim, I love you, and I am so happy to have been part of this wonderful adventure. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, the wonderful Dreama Denver. Remember in Nikenje, the brilliant singer and performer extraordinaire, Broadway star, and so much more. Nikenje was on the show. We had so much fun when she was here. Hope to have her back soon. She had these words.
Hey everyone, my name's Nikenji, and big congratulations to the Jim Masters anniversary. I think it's amazing. Jim had me on the show and during this crazy pandemic time, and wow, he just made me feel so comfortable, so at home, was so generous with his time. We talked about everything. And I'm just wishing you many more anniversaries to celebrate. I hope you get to come and see me in Caroline or Change when Broadway opens up in the fall. So sending you lots of love. Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much, Nikenji. You are fantastic. Beautiful inside and out. And before we go, there's many, many, many more. We won't play them all. You can see them on our anniversary episode on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. It's JMS Live, epic 1 year anniversary celebration. Kathy Garver, of course, has been on the show. She's coming back real soon. She loved it. She played Sissy in the 1960s and 70s CBS sitcom Family Affair. And she's a big fan of our show, and we love her back. We love her. This is all levity, folks.
Hi, Jim. It's Kathy Garver from Family Affair. Just calling in and zooming in to wish you a very happy first anniversary of your show. I had so much fun appearing on it and sharing stories and sharing jokes, and you are just so handsome. Happy first anniversary.
Thank you very much, my friend, the wonderful Kathy Garver. We'll have her back soon as well. So we're going to wrap up, gang. Maybe one more. We'll throw in Tracy Stark, the brilliant musician and singer and songwriter and composer extraordinaire, music director, Tracy Stark. She came up with a little ditty for us as well about levity.
Hi, everybody. Tracy Stark here. Jim, congratulations on 400 shows. That's a lot of talking. I wrote a little ditty 'cause I wanted you to know you're the best and most prolific on this your 400th show. And pop-ups, sending a whole lot of love from me to Jim Masters and all of his levities.
I don't know who has more fun, me watching that or Tracy doing that. She's a real genuine soul. And I love how she also added in the pop-ups, because sometimes we do surprise pop-up shows where I don't announce or promote that we're going to pop on, and I pop on, and then we do a host viewer chat about whatever's going on during that day in our lives. And that's really cool. One last one here, John McDaniel, who was recently on the show. He was the music director on the Rosie O'Donnell show. He was her band leader for all the years Rosie did the Rosie O'Donnell show. He's a prolific composer and musical director and producer and musician and so much more, and a great guy. He was just on last week, as a matter of fact, and you can see that episode on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. We had a great time, and can't wait to have him back.
Hey Jim, it's John McDaniel, just wishing you a very happy anniversary. Thanks for having me on your show the other night. I had a blast, and I send you all my best.
Thanks, John. I appreciate that very much. All right, gang, just a little levity there to sprinkle your way, to put some smiles on your faces if we have not already done that tonight with this episode and all the episodes of our series. We're going to slide out. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. We've got an amazing guest tomorrow night as well, and more great music. They called him the guitar master. We have Seamus Kelleher. He's originally from Ireland, and he lives here in the United States. He's amazing. He's worked with some of the greatest in the music industry, and he's here tomorrow night. Tuesday, live from Los Angeles, comedic actor Stephen Foster is going to be with us, and so many others. Here's one more look at Anita Pointer's book, Anita Pointer and Fritz Pointer, Fairy Tale, The Pointer Sisters Family Story. Check it out. It is a page turner for sure. Thanks, gang. We love you all. Our goodbyes are always very long because we don't like to say goodbye. So instead we say, see you later. Catch you next time on the Jim Masters Show Live. Thanks for being with us. Be well. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.